Here with Nate Tanner, head coach of the Princeton Tigers, beat Bluefield 51-6. Nate, I want to start off with your defense. You held Bluefield to 1-10 on third down, and they were in a lot of long third down situations. You were winning on early downs. Talk to me about your defense and just the capabilities of putting a lot of pressure on them and forcing them to go deep down the field.
Well, that's our defensive philosophy. We talk to our kids about pressure all the time, not just on defense, but all three phases of the game. We have a saying, we say, pressure bursts pipes or it makes diamonds. So we're going to try to apply as much pressure as possible. And like you said, defensively, I feel like on early downs, our kids are getting really good with situational awareness. And what I mean by it is they understand when it's a run down, when it's a pass down, and how to anticipate what's coming. And all week long we worked on their quick screen game, and because their coaches, they do a fantastic job getting their kids out in space. So we talked about that and just how to anticipate. And I feel like our kids, they just really executed the game plan tonight. And, holding them to 6 points, just super proud of them. Super proud of Coach Jones, too. He's doing a great job.
Hey, speaking of that, 6 turnovers, and we'll get more broadly into that, but I want to start off with Alex Clark because it felt like they were testing him. Smaller cornerback, maybe they thought they had a matchup there, and 2 interceptions. He had quite a night. Just talk about his play because that seemed to really lead it and burst the pipes in the way.
Yeah, man. Alex, him as a kid, he's aware of what he is. He knows he's 5'7", 5'8", but he is a bulldog, man. When I first started coming here last spring, I would watch him compete with some of the guys, and I didn't know who Alex Cox was. And I saw him competing with Brad Moss. And there's a difference when, kids compete and when they compete and they think they're better. And that's how Alex is. That's how he plays, too. He knows what he is, but he has all the confidence in the world. And I think that's why, that's what enables him to make plays at such a high level. Like tonight, he knew they were going to try him with number 7. He's 6'3", 6'4", and Alex just capitalized on his opportunities.
Really, outside of that one drive where they scored the touchdown, went about 70 or 80 yards, you guys did a really good job of just making everything difficult on them, and we hit on it a little bit, but just talk more about defensively what you guys were able to do to just make everything so difficult. They had trouble crossing the 50 to 40.
I just wanted to tell y'all this is going to be the best coach in the state. Mark my words.
Appreciate you, Brad. Well, kind of elaborating on what you just said, I talked with Coach Jones pre-game. Man, I gave him a little reminder, just head coach to DC. I feel like our pressure was hitting home, but we were playing a lot of man on the back end. I was like, hey, just mix some zone in just to make it cloudy. You know what I'm saying? Pre-snap and post-snap. And I felt like that was able to get them off kilter a little bit. And then it kind of just snowballed there in the third quarter. It got to where he was doing a little bit of everything, and our kids were executing at a really high level.
Flipping that around offensively, I had you guys 9-13 on third down, and that's probably something if you're like, man, like that's every bit of almost 70% on third down conversion. So when you're getting in those situations, and it wasn't like you were living in 3rd and 2, like there were some 3rd and long situations there as well.
Ones, yeah.
You talk about the efficiency there because that's a really hard stat to achieve as an offensive guy. I bet you're like, man, like I love to hear that.
Yeah, it is good stuff. Well, I'll start with our guys up front. They protect Chance extremely well. Our receivers do a fantastic job running routes and catching the rock. And Chance, I say this with full confidence. I don't say this about just anybody, but I think he's the best quarterback in the state of West Virginia. And tonight he was playing on one ankle after I think he hurt it the first quarter. And that skimmed the playbook a little bit. Couldn't run him, couldn't sprint him out, and he just stayed in there and battled. And we settled in and we saw how they were aligning to everything, and our kids do a great job. We got some veterans out here, so our kids do a great job coming over, talking to me. We talk about leverage and space, and then we just go from there. And third down, we were able to get lined up, attack the space, numbers, and leverage, and capitalize. Like you said, 9-13. Yeah, 13. Pretty high clip.
Brad Mosser, 44 yards of total offense in the first half, 164 in the second half, especially in that third quarter. What were you guys able to do to get him going? Because obviously that's where the game plan starts for an opposing defense. How do we slow down number one, make everyone else beat us? And, they were able to do that for a half relative to his standards. Second half is a different story.
So in the first half, they were, I don't know what you want to call it, bracketing him, clouding him. They had an outside backer in his face, and they would play a safety over top. And just trying to, I guess, neutralize him from having much of an impact. And I think what led to him having such a big second half, we were able to get some other guys going in that first half. You know, White Klein, he had some big plays. JoJo, he had some big plays out wide. Jake Belcher, you know, he was a bell cow for us. They had 18 carries for almost 100 yards. And I think getting those guys going got them out of what they were doing a little bit. In the second half, they were aligning differently to Brad. Then, you know, if you don't bracket him, then he said 44 in the first half, 130 the next half. So, yeah, we were able to take advantage of that.
Absolutely. Now, I know it's early in the season, but 2 touchdowns called back on holding penalties, big touchdowns. I just talk about trying to get that cleaned up because I know it's something you don't want to snowball because, you know, in a game like this, it ultimately doesn't matter, but for where you guys want to go, it does.
Absolutely. You know, Tyler, we had the issue last week, and it was more of an issue last week. We had more called back. Tonight, I feel like, we took a step forward and we cleaned it up some, but I'll tell you, last week it was Landon Moore, but this week I thought he played great. I can't remember if he had any holds. This week, Jimmy, I talked to him. I was like, "What's going on with the holds?" And he was talking about his technique. So, just we're going to clean it up and continue to coach him and teach him. I mean, that's why we're here. And what's cool about these kids, it doesn't come from a
ill place.
Yeah, it doesn't come from an ill place or a poor character or anything. They're just playing hard, trying to compete. But these kids have grown every single week since I've got here, and the scoreboard reflects it tonight. And it could have been a lot different too. So I got faith that our staff and the kids, it'll continue to get better.
Take me through the philosophy of involving the quarterback in the run game, because I know in high school that's something that you like to do a lot. You have a very prolific passer, and I heard a quote. It's like, talking about quarterbacks, that's all of our hopes and dreams if he gets hurt. Take me through balancing that, because, again, to go where you want to go, you probably need to have him healthy, but also he has the athleticism to run and be a factor in the run game. How do you go about balancing that?
Well, I'll start with this. With Chance, everybody knows he can sling it, and he's an efficient quarterback. He's a veteran. I think he's the best. And I think we're a really good offense with him passing the ball and distributing it. But I think we can be elite. Very, very elite when he's running. A lot of people don't realize how athletic Chance is. Tonight, he took a quarterback counter 35 yards for a touchdown. I don't know when the last time y'all saw him do that was. But I see Chance in PE class the other day. He dunked on a kid. He's one of the best basketball players in the school. He's gained 20 pounds this offseason. So as a coach, I only get him 1 year. So I'm trying, and not just Chance, but all these kids, the way I describe it like a fruit. We're trying to squeeze out as much juice as we possibly can. And I'm just trying to use all of Chance's gifts that he has. That's it. But I guess bit me in the butt a little bit tonight, him banging his ankle up. But I think he'll be fine. And Chance has embraced it. He likes it.